Hello everyone and welcome to the Auto Club Speedway for the fourth race of the RLNZ Aldi Cup Series for Season 4. It is the Auto Club 400 here at the Auto Club Speedway. 40 laps around this 2-mile D-shaped oval. It is a very chaotic race. Anything can happen, anyone can win, and don't be surprised to see some big wrecks. So anyways, we're back for 2018, sorry for you guys for a little while, we're back for 2018 and back to complete the rest of Season 4 and 3 races in. Obviously a bit of some surprises already this season, so we'll see if we get some more today. But anyways, starting line will be rolling on the bottom of your screen. Tristan Allen on the number 12 is on the pole for the first time for DW Motorsports. Joining him on the front row is his teammate and points leader Brandon Bent. Row 2, Jake Rogers makes it to DW Motorsports 1, 2 and 3, and Hunter Sleppy in the 88 car. Behind them, Landon Hicks in 77 and then his race second in points. And Kian Raleigh was the pole sitter at Las Vegas last week. John Sheets in the 72 is on row 4 on the inside of row 4, and joining him is Simon Nichols in the 24, who finished here last year. Ran out of the top 10, Brayson Collins with his first start, second start of this season in the 71, with his qualifying effort for him, and Cyrus McGee in the 21, his 100th start today. Behind them on row 6, Dawson Miller on the number 5, and the 91 of Julio Caesar. Behind them, we have the 42 of William Brock and the 1 of Elijah Gordon. Behind them, we have Dominic Anthony in the number 40, who has won pole here twice, and joining him is his teammate Henry Ford, who was 4th here last year. Behind them, James Kinghart, who started from 17th, and joining him is last week's winner, Kenny Washington, and rounding up the top 20, Jay Jefferson, the number 76, and the number 22 of Daytona 500 runner-up, Miguel Alonso. Go through the rest of the on the screen and get this race underway. So 40 laps, 10 laps shorter than normal. It will be a 400-mile race. You see the cars all rolling off. Everyone is rolling off, so that's good. Anyone can win this race. It doesn't really matter where you start, it's where you are in the final couple of laps. But, you know. So as I said, Tristan Allen has not, gets his first pole for DW Motorsports. He's not gotten a pole for them in his time at the team. So this is a bit of a surprise, but he gets one with a pretty good lap time, 34.879, and then if you compare that to Brandon Bent got a 34.914. So Allen was pretty far ahead because the rest of the field was super tight. DQs and withdrawals this week. John Andrews and Andrews Racing will be back at Rockingham. They decided not to show up this week, but of course it's kind of ironic considering Andrews won this race last season for Manly Motorsport, so a bit of a surprise there. But anyways, gonna have the pace car rolling off the racetrack and onto the pit road. There he goes, and down the front. Allen and Bent leading us to the green. The green flag's out or underway in the Auto Club 400. Tristan Allen able to hold the lead. He'll lead the first lap. here at Auto Club, and a great start from Brayson Collins, jumped from 9th to 3rd on that opening lap. Of course, at Auto Club, one thing you do need to remember, just be mindful of 5 wide, because that usually leads to an accident. Dawson Miller in the 5 moves up, trying to move his way up to 2nd place. Not able to do that. Collins able to clear by trying to run down Tristan Allen. Here comes William Brock in the 42 down for 3rd. Seems like here today the inside lane is not as good as I would have thought it was, because you see William Brock had to get out of the gas. And the battle for the lead is on between Collins and Tristan Allen, as Allen slips up the racetrack and Brayson Collins, who was on top of qualifying for a lot of that session, he's going to take the race lead away. Or at least he's going to try to. Here comes Miller. Aggressive move down to the bottom. Does it pay off? And probably not. No. He's not going to get a great run there. And Collins slides up in front of the 12. And Brayson Collins leads a lap. I'm not sure if that's the first one he's ever led, but he's out in front here in the 71. William Brock diving his way up to 2nd place, trying to go for the lead underneath the Collins. Now here comes Anthony in the 40, who just... This team just does not look as strong, Premier Racing Motorsports this weekend. Haven't found a lot of pace. Landon Hicks has just shuffled him. Hicks now up to 2nd place. There's something happened to Henry Gore in the 2. I think he may have bounced off the wall a little bit. And as you can see, he split the pack up. So I don't know what happened to the 2, but he was very slow off of 4. Looks like he's back up to speed now, so that's good, as we got a battle for the lead between Gifford Trinity teammates. Collins and Hicks. Landon Hicks, of course, comes into this race 2nd in points. Brayson Collins has only made 1 start this season. That was in the Daytona 500. Why does it keep doing that? I don't get that. It's not even me who's doing it. It's the computer clicking out of it for some reason. But anyways, Collins and Hicks still side by side, and it looks like Hicks will be able to get him now. So it doesn't look like the inside lane doesn't really work in turns 3 and 4, or at least in 4 anyway. It looks like it may work in turn 3, but it doesn't work in 4, which is interesting, as Anthony looks to the bottom for 2nd and maybe for the lead as well. Trying to stay with Dawson Miller in the 5, as Landon Hicks is going to lead a lap. And Hicks controlling the field at the moment. Here comes the 40. 77 slides up the racetrack. Miller tries to make it 3 wide. Can't do it yet. It's Jefferson going way up the track back there in the 76. There goes the 5. Not able to make something happen though. Anthony now right up on the back of him. So, a bit better race here, I reckon. Less aggressive from these guys. We haven't seen 5 wide or 4 wide. And they've reformed as one big pack, which is good to see. You see Henry Gore has dropped all the way back to here, so that's a tough break for him. Alonso's also back there. Bit of a surprise there. Go back up to the front. This battle continues. And Collins dives down to the bottom. His car looks really good today. Gets to the inside of the 40. The 40 had to slow up a little bit. They're 3 wide for 2nd. Miller comes down and blocks the 40. Gets a good run in the process, and now we'll be able to challenge the 77 for the race lead. And lap 9 of 40, so still plenty of racing to go. But at the moment, it's looking really good for these guys. We haven't seen a lot of changes, actually, which is kind of surprising. We see Jack Hawkins has moved his way forward in the 04 at a tough qualifying session. Moved his way back up to the front. But he's now in the middle lane, which is a shame for him. He's got a battle for the lead on. Dawson Miller in the 5. It's way down in the points, looking to get a good run here today. Got a good one last week. Landon Hicks still on the outside. Now, there he goes off into 1, and he should be able to get it. And he does. Dawson Miller to the front of the field. Elijah Gordon now up into trying to get up to 2nd place. in the 1 car. Remember, he is coming into this race 3rd in points. He, Landon Hicks and Brandon Bent. There's 5 wide. Oh, and around goes Brock into Collins and Anthony. John Sheets, Hunter Sleppy, Jay Jefferson, Kenny Washington, his teammate Denton, Caleb Campbell, and the caution's out. Henry Gore's in it. Chase Marks, Kenny Washington, Carson Mitchell. Oh, and there's Gore hitting the wall. Just be mindful, and they're all going to avoid him, I think. Jefferson, his horror start of the season continues. But it was William Brock, the 42, who got turned around because of 5 wide. See, 2 car was definitely done. He got the worst of that. But yeah, a bit of a shame there for the 42 of William Brock and everyone else involved. We'll take a look what happened to trigger the first caution. Well, it's Jonathan King way down below in the 01 car that makes it 5 wide. You see the Lixar Chevrolet. It's a little bit sideways, forces the 75 to go up, goes up into Brock, who goes up into, well, doesn't even go up into Allen, but there's just not enough space. Those 3 not really giving enough room, and then Allen kind of comes down and forces Brock to come down, and then Kinghart gets squeezed in the middle, and then Brock goes around up into poor old Brayson Collins and Dominic Anthony and others. You'll see now something happened. Looks like they were going to avoid it, and then John Sheets. Sheets got run into by Jefferson. Sleppy runs into the 76. 76 will hit the 42. Caleb Campbell gets turned by the 2, who runs into the 72 very hard. Then Washington, Denton, Tanya Breyer, Kian Raleigh. Washington goes up, hits the wall, so both the Fitzwater Australia racing cars in it. Chase Marks down low, he was involved. Campbell spinning. Carson Mitchell gets I think he gets through it, maybe got a little piece of damage. That's what triggered the first caution of the race. Very minor wreck for what we usually see, but definitely could have been a lot worse, to be honest. When you see 5 wide, but anyways, we'll take a look from someone's point of view and we'll take you back to the green. Jay Jefferson at the moment, you just can't catch a break. He's always involved in one thing. Let's take a look from his point of view. He's into Sheets, runs into Brock, hits the wall, and see them all spinning. A lot of damage down the 76. His car fairly heavily torn up. So anyways, that's what happened to trigger the first caution. We'll take you back to the green. Coming back to the green this time, we had some pit stops, so the field is a little jumbled up, but at the moment, Dawson Miller still the race leader from Elijah Gordon, Landon Hicks, Julius Caesar, and Jonathan King inside the top 5. Simon Nichols in 6th. 7th is Brayson Collins. We don't know how much damage is on his car after that wreck. Then 8th is Tristan, 9th Roger Ray, and 10th is Jake Rogers. So we have 2 cars out of the race, Colin Denton and Henry Gore. Of course, Henry Gore came into this race 4th in points, so not a good day for him, and Colin Denton was way down towards the 30th position. So tough break for those 2. Everyone else is still in the race. We have 40 cars remaining, so see how this all plays out. Some of these cars here were all involved in the accident at the back of the field, so see what happens. Going back to the green. And Dawson Miller, the 3M Chevy. Green flag, we're back underway. Let's see what happens. Going off into 1. Landon Hicks got a good restart there, and he's now going underneath for 2nd place. Underneath of Elijah Gordon. These guys need to capitalise here because Brandon Bent is way down in the pack. From what I can see, it's going to be fairly difficult to overtake. You see there's the 59 and 2 out of the race, so break for them. But anyways, back up to the front of the field. They're 3 wide for the lead. Hicks comes down in front of Simon Nichols, who have to get out of the gas a little bit. Down the front, and it will be Dawson Miller who leads yet another lap. Gets a good run with help from Elijah Gordon. The 77 is able to stay inside. Now the 5 slides up the racetrack. Gordon gets underneath, and we're 3 wide for the lead. Good move from the 1 car there of Elijah Gordon. 3 wide down the back. Miller slides up the racetrack. He won't be holding the lead. And now it's Len Hicks up to the front of the field in the 77. Here comes the 98 of Jake Rogers down to the bottom. He's trying to take the lead away, but Len Hicks leads another lap in the 77. Gordon on the outside, still trying to hang in there. It's not going to happen. Here comes the 98 down to the bottom for the lead. And he's going to get it by the looks of it. A good run down the back from the 98 Ford. He's going to take the lead. Here comes his teammate Allen down to the bottom. Bracing Collins looks okay. And the 71, he's fairly good speed. And then we got some other guys who are getting really fishtaily. That could have been another bad accident. Roger Rain, the 99, and Daniel Server, the 78. They're moving their way forward. Now Ray moves to the inside of the 78. So back up to the front of the field. Jake Rogers led that lap, by the way. Tristan now goes to the front of the field, and now Collins, who looks fairly good today, he's going down to the bottom for second place, not able to get underneath of the 12. Be a nice confidence booster for Gifford Trinnick if they're able to beat DW Motorsports today, but as you can see, the 12 and the 98 really good at the moment. But of course you got these two guys here, the 71, 77, they look very good. They look very, very quick from what I can tell. You see the 77 now way up the racetrack. Down the back, front 3 have kind of broken away a little bit. And man, Hicks is going to be able to get clear of those guys. Now he's got a good chance. He's looking. He had a very good run there. He got off the high side. So we got 4 wide again. Able to hang on to it. James Kinghart way down low. Tristan will lead another lap. We are approaching the halfway mark. Lap 20 of 40, so not quite there yet, but I think so we'll be halfway through this race. '71 unable to stay with the 12 of Allen. He's going to be able to come down and clear the 71, but now the 71 looks back to the bottom with help from Hicks. And there he goes, going to the front of the field goes the 71 of Brayson Collins. There's Elijah Gordon, moves from the high line to the bottom. At the line, Collins was the one who was able to lead the lap. Oh, Collins. Oh, I thought he was going to come down right into the 77, his teammate. Didn't happen, of course. So Brayson Collins now in front. Again. And here goes Allen back to the bottom. He looks pretty good in that 12 car as well. So, see what happens. Gatlin Downey, who comes into this race 5th in points. He's up there in the 35. Of course, that 35 car won the race last season. That's Tristan still out in front at the moment. Collins shuffled way up high. There goes Hicks back to the bottom. He looks good at the moment. Sirius XM colours this week for him. Now Rogers is going to make it 3 wide, or not quite. Thought it was going to make it 3 wide, but it's actually just double file. I thought 77 was underneath there as well. Ooh, Gordon was pretty close to the 71. They're 4 wide behind them. James Kinghart, this is a run he needed. He's 40th in points coming into this week. It's a good run for him as they're still really close back there. Gatlin Downey, as I said, comes into this race 5th in points. He's doing a phenomenal job as a rookie driver so far this season, mixing up with these guys who are in, I reckon, much better equipment. He's going to get absolutely shellacked here by the 27 of Brandon Bent, though, so he's now shuffled to the middle lane. Tristan still able to lead the race. We've got the Gifford Trinnick cars, the 2 black and blue cars. 3 black and blue cars actually up in front because Allen as well, but you got a guy we haven't seen a lot of so far this race, Julio Caesar, now up on the outside lane up in 5th place. He's trying to push the 77 past the 98. The 98 able to stay there. So he goes, Rogers trying to look to the bottom, doesn't pay off. Then you have to get out of the gas a little bit. Here we go now. It's going to be shuffled 3 wide to the middle by Simon Nichols. And now Hicks is able to clear again. So Hicks back up into second place, able to clear Rogers. That's a big thing for the 77. Something they need. We've got to catch a lap car. This is Jay Jefferson that we're going to catch up to. So this will really impact who wins this race. No, never mind. We're going to have pit stops by the looks of it. And that holds up a lot of the field. Caesar around the outside is going to take the race lead in the 91. And a bunch of cars heading down the pit road. But it looks like these guys are still going to catch up to Jefferson anyway. So we'll see who wins the race off. Roger Ray was actually able to get ahead of the 77 and has slowed him down. These guys have already come in. They're just coming in the lap prior to. So at the moment, it's Caesar from Collins, Downey, Elijah Gordon. Oh, just need to be careful here. They don't want to wreck coming onto the pit road. And there goes the 20. That was a good move from the 24. He gained, I think, a bit more time by going around the outside. So I don't think anyone is staying out here. So pit stops at the moment. And Tristan's going to win the race off. And then Roger Ray's going to get ahead of him. So Roger Ray has taken the lead effectively at the moment. Landon Hicks has dropped back quite a bit. So has Rogers. So that didn't work out for them. Bent's up here, of course. So 99 car now up in front of the field. And these guys are finished. Gatlin Downey had a tough pit stop by the looks of it. That's a Key and Riley going by in the background, and then here we're going to wait, and Caesar will be able to get ahead of Brayson Collins. Does he get ahead of Roger Ray at the 99? There he is. He just went by. There he is. That blue, this car here, the Best Western car. They're going to be really dicing with Jay Jefferson as well, but the gamble paid off for these guys. They stayed out a lap later, and now they're in front. Julio Caesar is now the leader. Brayson Collins is second. Simon Nichols, and then you got Gordon and Ray battling for 4th and 5th. James Kinghart, Tristan Allen, Reagan Whitlock, and then you got King and Watson. So we got 13 laps remaining. Julio Caesar in the 91. Currently the race leader, Brayson Collins. He's been quick today. He's been quick all weekend. He's up to second and closing in fast. Going to catch another lap car. That's Kian Rowley, but I don't think he's that off the pace. What kind of lap times? 37.5. Let's see what kind of lap time these guys are doing as Brayson Collins is going to the bottom for the lead. Caesar at the line. 35.2. So that is about 2 seconds, 2.5. As Collins now goes to the front of the field. Here comes Gordon in the 1. He's trying to go to the second position. He's 3 wide underneath of the 24 and the 91. Got a couple of guys who never won a race up here as well. Of course, Collins is one of them. Then you got Roger Ray, James Kinghart. Never won. And then you got experience of Tristan Allen. Reagan Whitlock, he's experienced. He hasn't won. Same can be said for Benny Watson. Alonso's up here. Jonathan King. And then Brandon Bent and Cyrus McGee. Where did Landon Hicks go? There he is. He's in the second pack of 5 cars. So that was a pretty bad pit stop there for the 77. That's not what he wanted. Here we go. What's going to happen with Kian Rowley? And he stays up high, stays out of harm's way. At least for the moment, he might hold up his teammate, and he does. So he's going to hold up his teammate. It's going to open the door for these guys to close in a little bit back there. Like the 94, 2201 and co. Now the 48 moves out of the way. Look at the run these guys got. They're going to really close up. And now he's diving underneath the Julio Caesar. Change for the lead. Elijah Gordon has got by. So Elijah Gordon now out in front in the Hitachi Number 1 is first race for Hitachi on the hood, and they're leading the race. Then we got the 99 of Roger Ray. He has finished second at Talladega, I believe, last season. In a good position to do well here today. Tristan Allen is in third place, trying to get a run to the inside. But look at that. I don't think there is one rookie up in this pack at all, which is interesting. The highest rookie at the moment is Justin Zeidel in car 13. And right now, he is 16th position. Gatlin Down is 18th. You got some other guys back here. Carson Mitchell, Alexander Rowe, Christian Parker, finally having a decent run. You got these guys as well. Hunter Sleppy, I think, was involved in the accident. Surprised he's able to stay with the pack. And then these guys here. Dawson Miller way back. Porkins as well. So they must have had pretty bad pit stops as we're back up front. Roger Ray leads a lap in the 99. But now he's under attack from Allen. Just now looking to grab his 10th Audi Cup Series win. Simon Nichols in the 24. He's going to try and make a move. You know that. We'll see what happens. The outside lane being fairly strong, but there isn't enough help out there at the moment. And they're 3 wide for the race lead. 4 wide. Oh, Caesar was going to make the move. And now it's Simon Nichols out in front. He leads with 6 to go. And he comes up and blocks the 12. So now Julio Caesar is going to the front of the field. Julio Caesar has 1 career win, and that came at Daytona last season, the Coke 0400. Currently leading the race as they're all shuffling each other up the racetrack. Reagan Whitlock was doing something really weird there. I don't know why he was doing that, but anyways, Allen has found his way back to the inside, and he's got help from Watson. But Simon Nichols with the run on the outside. At the moment, it's Julio Caesar who leads the race. And of course, guess who's at the back of this pack as well? And guess what? We're going to catch some lap cars. Aiden Shepard, who I don't even think is off the pace that much. It may be a little bit. I don't know. Didn't seem involved in the accident. Might have a problem or something. We're going to catch him, I think. Yes, we are, for sure. So this will be interesting. Julio Caesar leads it with 4 to go. There's the 7. Simon Nichols up to 2nd place. Was able to clear Allen. Allen dives back on the inside. Where does Aiden Shepard go? There he is, the Sternly number 7. And Caesar slows down and he ducks off to the inside. That was the right move. But I think he should have made the move way earlier than that, because now there goes the 24 down at the bottom. And guess who's up here? Of course. Of course he is. So we got 3 laps to go. Look at this. This is serious. This seriously... Wow. This is a very experienced group of 4. All of them been around since season... No. Never mind. Not Simon Nichols, but Nichols 5 wins. Allen 9. Caesar 1. And Cyrus McGee 9 as well. So there is a serious amount of wins in this group. But anyways, we're coming to 2 laps to go. And at the moment... It's Simon Nichols out in front. Might catch another lap car. This is John Sheets. We're coming to play this guy, the 91 car. He's going to fall back on the inside. I don't think he's going to win it. How about the 94 car? Benny Watson having another very solid run. At the moment, Allen goes to the bottom. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. This will be very interesting. What happens on this final lap? Nichols clears the 12. Does he make it back? And what a huge confidence booster this would be for Nicotech. There goes the 12. He's on the outside. Does he get a run down the back? What happens with John Sheets? What does he do with this? Does he block the bottom or does he go the outside? It goes in the middle. He goes slightly high out of the groove, and Nichols is going to get underneath. And it's over now. Simon Nichols, second in the championship last year, is going to win for the first time in Season 4. He wins at Auto Club. Simon Nichols grabs his 6th Audi Cup Series win. His first of the year here at Auto Club. Interestingly enough, he won race 4 last year as well, so a little food for thought there, and he finished 2nd and had a fantastic year. And again, Tristan Allen 2nd place for the 2nd race running, but was very quick, deserved a good result today. So, how about Cyrus McGee? Came from nowhere really, finished 3rd. Julio Caesar finished 4th, and I think it was Benny Watson who grabbed 5th. His first top 5, I reckon, since probably Season 2. So, been a while for him, but anyways. There's your winner, Simon Nichols, the gear wrench, number 24. It is his first win of the season, and Nicotech's first win of the season. And Chevy's first win of the season as well. So, a lot of firsts here today. But well done to Simon Nichols, a great drive from him. Able to hold off Allen and make the right moves, so congratulations to him. And well, we'll see you guys for the next race at Rockingham.